Alright, so for the past couple of days, I have been, thinking up about the possibility of a collab due to this 242 banner that just came out of kind of nowhere, which is synonymous with a collab coming up the next week. Now, something happened the other day that made me actually question that, which was this tweet that the official Grand Cross Japanese page did. They, no, I've been keeping track of their tweets, see if they do like a D whatever number ahead of time, because sometimes they do. But they made a tweet saying, special quiz contest wanted. Think up a quiz about Grand Cross, and then put it with a hashtag. Those whose quiz questions are selected during the broadcast will receive 30 Super Awakening coins. Now, when I saw broadcast, I was like, maybe this is a poor translation to like whatever the period of this tweet being up would be. But I was like, oh, there might be a live stream this week. And if there's a live stream, there will not be a collab. So far, there has never been a collab that has had a live stream. Only really festivals and demonic beasts. Like whenever a catastrophe releases with a demonic beast, it has had also broadcasts, and I can think of another time they've done it. So festivals, demonic beasts, and it seems to be really it. But today, this suspicion I've had came to a pretty much conclusion here. A tweet of the live stream. It's gonna be a live stream tomorrow, 8 p.m. Japan time. Now, the title of this live stream usually it correlates with what the festival will be. And the title is live broadcast just before the 7 Plagues update. Now, 7 Plagues, if I'm not mistaken, is actually what they call the 7 catastrophes or 7 disasters. The original characters from 7 Deadly Sins. If you need a reminder because you're like, who? I don't blame you. It's these things. They're gonna show up sometime. It's one of these sections. These things. No one cares about them. Some people used to care when they were brand new, but they spammed them so much, and then they kind of made it so these characters were like the less important original characters, if it makes sense. Because like Ragnarok, they have a demonic beast based on their story, and they made a much bigger deal of Ragnarok, and they had proper story chapters, right? But Catastrophe kind of fell on the wayside, and it's kind of a, oh, if there's a filler banner, like there's like a non-important release that month, it's a Catastrophe. They drop it. Oh, we gotta fill in for a character for Squirrel. Can't think of a new character for Ragnarok. Make it Valencia. Who cares, right? But yeah, it seems like we're getting a festival of these things, so it'll be very exciting. And yeah, this is definitely gonna be the character. I can't imagine it not being. If you need a refresher here, I can go on story. Just showed up quite some time ago. You go from the book, right? Is there like a separate book for it? Yeah, it's this one. Is it in the last chapter? Or is it just the first one? I think she shows up in the last chapter here. This catastrophe story that came out like a couple of months ago. Yeah, it's been a while since this thing came out, right? I don't even recall what day it came. It's been a while. And it was a joke because they had no voice lines. Like the characters just open their mouths and like I don't have voices off. She just doesn't. The lips are moving, but there's no voice coming out. It's just so stupid. When this character comes out, everyone's like, oh, she's so hot. Fair enough. I wouldn't have minded her being like a banner that came out with this update. I don't know why they didn't do that back then, but I think the chances are she's going to be a festival coming out in the next couple of days. For all the 5 people that are going to be summoning, good luck. I guess I'll do the one rotation to make the showcase. But yeah, I was really hoping for a collab, man. I was really hoping for something that's like actually exciting. But we'll see. I mean, festivals are festivals. Everyone's always like, oh, it's not hype, but you're gonna summon and it's gonna be strong. Yeah, it's gonna be strong. It's a festival. There hasn't been a single festival in the history of this game that was a skip. No, you cannot name a single one. You know why? The only festival, maybe there's two, but the only festival anyone has ever called a skip, and it was like honestly fair to call a skip, was this guy. Festival King. The third festival we've ever got. But the reason for that was because when he released on Global, not JP. JP, he wasn't must summon. He was super OP. When he released on Global, Global was going like super fast on banners, and the characters that were to be released after him were already released on JP, so everyone on JP already knew, oh, Blue the One is coming out like soon, like a month after this guy. Like, let's not waste gems on this guy because Blue the One is gonna like destroy him. But for like a solid 2 or 3 months, this guy was super dominant in PvP on JP. On Global, well, not so much because the banners were coming out way too fast at that period of time. In any case, festivals are festivals. They're always super OP. I think you can point out to some other festivals that haven't been like on the ranks of super like obscenely OP, like I don't know, Festival Godfrey, but nah, even him, like he was meta for super long, and then he got a super good relic. Like every festival has been good. I don't think they've ever made a festival that I'm like, man, this character just sucks. Genuinely. Yeah. And now festivals are stronger than ever. My question would be, because this is a catastrophe, they might make it not a UR festival, you know? They might just make it like I would be pleased. Like, let's say, you know, this is a catastrophe, and because it's a catastrophe, they're like, okay, I know you guys don't care as much for catastrophes, like who cares? Let's make it a 600 banner. Alright, let's make it a festival, but it's a 600 banner, so it gives a higher incentive. Or the thing was like Kusok, right? So this guy, when he came out, if you guys weren't around back there, what they did was, I mean, it was for a different reason, but you could say Kusok is also a very unhyped festival. It's just base Kusok. Like, for the time, festivals were like very elite like choices of characters, and Kusok being a choice was like super odd. But what they did was, if you pulled Kusok, you got a free dupe. Legit, like if you pulled Kusok, I don't remember if you had to do a number of pulls specifically, or if you just had to pull the character. I think you just had to pull the character. If you got him from the banner, you'd get a free dupe, guaranteed, like it was from a mission or something. So that was more because they did this whole garbage where they released 2 festival banners back to back. It was terrible. No one liked it, never came back. But, you know, Margaret came out, which was already not very hype, by the way. And she was really bad. And then they buffed her and make her the best unit in the game. But that's neither here nor there. And then they dropped Kusok, which also at launch seemed very weak, because the meta had become Margaret and he was supposed to counter Bon. But then when Bon became meta again because of the Holy Relic, and also Margaret was phased out a little bit, then Kusok became super meta. So again, no festival has ever been irrelevant. No festival has ever been that. I guess Assault Melee, but day 1 Assault Melee was super good until people discovered how to counter him. And then he had his periods, right? After Gelder release, he you know, became relevant again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you could say Assault Melee and I wouldn't I wouldn't say wrong, because at launch he really suffered a lot from poor design. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe it's not even a festival, right? Because I mean, it just says live broadcast just before the update, but like, there's no way they're gonna make a whole live stream for just a regular banner. You know what I mean? There's no chance. So we'll see what happens. And yeah.